Hey there, Sagittarius. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to your tarot card reading for October 2023. In honor of October's new moon eclipse on the 14th and full moon eclipse on the 28th, this reading explores themes of shadow and light. Once I lay out the cards, I'll identify their positions, go through their meanings, do clarifications, and did I shuffle this correctly? Maybe not. And I will close off with messages for additional guidance. I'm going to go ahead and pull a couple of archetype cards now to show how these double eclipses might test you this month. So take with you whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. Okay, so Sagittarius, we have this Samaritan card. Light attribute refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. Shadow attribute exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. Then you have this shapeshifter card, light attributes, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. Shadow attribute, projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. So Sagittarius, you may have the double eclipses test you in kind of a way where you are either aligning with a certain group or a certain view, beliefs, and how your position might change, and maybe how you are framing certain positions or beliefs of a certain group to be perceived in a way that you might know that they are actually not, or perhaps you're having that as the impact on you. So here, we first take a look at what needs your attention. We have the King of Pentacles, and I believe you are the third sign that has had this King of Pentacles in what needs your attention. Second, we discover what's hidden by shadow. We have the Ten of Cups. Third, we see how it can be illuminated by light. We have Ace of Pentacles. Fourth, we reveal the truth for you to embrace. We have the Seven of Wands. Then we have here, fifth, we identify what to carefully navigate. You have the Six of Cups. Sixth, we explore your best path forward. We have the King of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment as the influencing energy of this reading. So this is like an honest reflection of maybe your beliefs, of where you are now, like your position now, where it was before, and where you want to be. What's underneath it? We have the King of Swords. So it's almost, with this shapeshifter and Samaritan card, it could be that you really need to kind of reflect on how you want to be, or maybe you are reflecting on how you want to be seen, aligned with a certain group of people. These could be like an economic group, political group. It could be certain colleagues or certain groups of friends, and how perhaps you being able to see different views of things, how maybe you either are trying to highlight certain perspectives that might not be accurate, or choosing not to see certain aspects of this group that are. So what needs your attention with this King of Pentacles, it could be a sense of like maybe you being stubborn about something, you kind of how you are perhaps seeing your position in life. Maybe you are doing well financially, or you're on your way to doing well financially. You are on a path where you're getting the material wealth and gains that you are hoping to get. And what's hidden by shadow, though, is the 10 of Cups. So this is, that community, a true community that is emotionally connected and supports each other through the ups and downs. So, perhaps it's this community, this group that you're being tested through or by. And then in terms of how this can be illuminated by light, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So, this might be an opportunity to donate to a certain group. It could be how you are evaluating them in terms of the value that they have in your life. Or you can see here, like in this King of Pentacles, this king is kind of staring at this pentacle in the palm of their hand, or in their fingers, and this is in the palm of the hand. So kind of like, really, it could be like a sense of like, what value is there that you give to a certain organization or a group of people or a certain community or not. And here, revealing the truth for you to embrace with the 7 of Wands, it could be that you feel like you've had to defend a certain group, defend certain beliefs, or that you're being attacked. We don't see who is doing the attacking, but really the attacking is done with these, like foam sticks, so it's not really that bad. And in terms of where to carefully navigate, you have the 6 of Cups here. So this is kind of like balance and harmony in your community, in your family even, possibly with like maybe certain ideas that you've had or feelings that you've had that you grew up with, maybe no longer aligning with certain values or beliefs. And here, the best path forward is the King of Cups. So more looking at the emotional connections, the view of like connecting with people with compassion or with appreciation at who they are and what their goals are, how they are trying to pursue a certain mission versus what they provide to you or how they directly affect your life. So let's take a look at this King of Pentacles that needs your attention here. We have here the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is someone who is maybe like a rule breaker, an adventurer, curious seeker, wants to learn, wants to explore. King of Pentacles is a little bit more set in their ways. And so perhaps what needs your attention is with this Judgment card is like kind of reflecting on how it is perhaps you used to have this fiery energy, which, fire being the element of your zodiac sign. So, kind of what happened to that spark, what happened to that curiosity, and what led to maybe some like establishment of what you care about and what you value. So let's take a look at the 10 of Cups, which is hidden by shadow. We have here Queen of Wands, a more fiery Sagittarius energy. So it could be that, this has to do with kind of the connections that you make with the Queen of Wands is very like a social butterfly, someone who like people are just drawn to. They kind of, for an unknown reason, you're drawn to them. You are like lifted up by them. You can sense their passion, their compassion, and how they connect with others. So almost a sense of like just truly enjoying someone for who they are and how they kind of, the energy that they exude, and really kind of being there to share the good times and bad times with others. So here, it's almost a sense of like the assessments that you have about maybe who is maybe worthy of that time, or how like worthy of that attention, or how they get into that position of being admired or not admired by a certain group, or how they represent a certain group of people. But let's take a look at the Ace of Pentacles, which is how this can be illuminated by light. We have the Ace of Swords, new perspective. So it's almost like a new way of looking at something and getting a new sense of appreciation and value, and understanding of the value that someone can have. It might not necessarily be what they can offer you, but how they make you feel, or how they make other people feel. And so here, this Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, it's more opportunities for prosperity, for honesty, for truth, for new perspectives, and a new sense of worth or value. So it could be just more you reflecting on your own beliefs in general, not necessarily, it could be more like not one specific group, but how you view groups and people in general, how you kind of value people in general. So let's take a look at the Seven of Wands, which is the truth for you to embrace, which is, Seven of Wands being like inner conviction, feeling like you need to stand your ground. You have the Hanged Man here. So kind of, again, it's kind of like this Judgment card where you need to get a new perspective of something. And definitely with the Hanged Man, there has been ego involved in how the initial perspective came about. So ultimately, I see this as you either taking time to change your views about someone, something, types of people, certain beliefs that you have about types of people, and where to carefully navigate. You have the Six of Cups. So this here is, generally kind of, who do you see is worthy of help? Who do you see is the people that is not worthy of, are not worthy of help, that need to kind of deal with things on their own? What did I do here? Oh, you have here the Knight of Cups. So it really does seem like you're going to need to deal with some of your emotions. Get in touch with more of your emotions and how your beliefs about certain people or things have affected how you connect with people, how you think about them, the value that you give to them. And here, the King of Cups is your best path forward. So let's take a look at that. We have the Devil. So here it's kind of like the Devil is about ego again, power, control, and whether or not almost that the way that you kind of see certain people, and I don't know what certain people means. It could be by their occupation, it could be by their hair color, it could be by the clothes that they wear, height, who knows, but whatever it is for you that you kind of just maybe lump things together because it's easy for you to kind of separate, us from them, the in-group from the others, and really kind of reflecting on that and coming more from your from your heart. And that might require you to kind of adjust some beliefs, or actually to be honest with yourself about certain things, about how, maybe even how you came to hold certain beliefs, or who it is that you share certain beliefs with versus who you don't want to share it with. But I'm going to go ahead and close off with some messages for aligning with the best version of yourself. You have this Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So here it's almost as if the things that you're trying to build for yourself, that is not going to change in terms of like what the goals are. But you also have this goal of light illumination. So it's almost like this enlightenment. There is some type of belief, some type of assessment, some type of value that really you're coming to terms with as no longer serving you, or no longer being what you need to in your life. And you're more going towards this like heart center approach of like, caring, honesty. Like it's a transformation or a rebirth going on here. Your beliefs are kind of shifting, and you're kind of being enlightened by that. And here, it doesn't seem that it will impede what your goals are for manifesting wealth and security. It might make things a little bit more clearer, and may even kind of adjust your perspective of what is worthy of pursuit going further. So, Sagittarius, I hope that this provides a helpful perspective of your month. We'll see you next time. Take care.